Hello, strong people. Week 9, day 1 of Battle at the Bridge, All-American Pro-Am Prep. It's press day, our last truly heavy day of prep. I know I said that last week, but this week is still heavy for today at least. And then not light on deadlift day this week, but definitely not heavy. So today is heavy. We got 3 singles at 365, which is going to be 368. And I'm going to do it off of my Titan wagon wheels. I haven't used those all prep, but I believe that's how we're going to be doing it. I think we're going to be doing it off of wheels, like wagon wheels or something. It doesn't make any real difference, I don't think, because whenever I have the axle on regular plates on the axle, and I have it sitting on my crash pads, I'm pretty sure it's still like almost 13 exactly. I've never measured it, but it's right around there. So hopefully this doesn't damage the axle or my wagon wheels. I don't really know. I don't think it will, but hope not. We'll see. I'm also trying to talk because it's been raining off and on crazy hard. Like, yeah. Out of nowhere. I'm not kidding you. It was like someone turned on and off, like with a switch, the rain earlier. It's very humid. Really humid. You can see I'm just like dripping. And I've not done anything. I've warmed up and moved stuff around, but I have not done much actual work yet, so this should be entertaining. I want this to move really well because last week didn't move so well. Well, it didn't really move at all, so it's going to be tough with as much sweat as I got on me, but I'll chalk up and make it work as best I can. So no excuses. Just got to be good today. Going to execute as best I can. This should be like a second attempt on game day. I don't really know for sure. I'm going to play it by feel, of course, day of, see where others jump in, but let's just worry about today. All right, how about that? That was the last rep I did there was the best rep I have done all prep. That was the peak right there. And you know what I did? I narrowed everything up. My hands not so much, but my legs, my stance. So I've been pretty wide. All prep for the most part. I don't really know why now that I think about it. In my head it makes sense just because I can sit more into my glutes. I've seen bigger guys, kind of same stature as me, like Lucas Hatton. He takes a little step out wide whenever he's pressing heavy. I don't know. I felt like that might get my glutes into it more, which seemed to be, my hips and glutes seem to be stronger than my quads. But in my the way that I position myself for overhead press, I just don't think that is right for me, specifically on axle. log, maybe a little bit wider wouldn't be too bad, just because if I go too narrow and I fall too far forward, the log is going to roll and dip forward, which not good. You're not gonna win the fight there. So, but that last rep, I don't know what I did. Like, I didn't really think about it consciously while I did it. I cleaned it. I got it up in the rack position. I stood wide, and as I was moving myself around to kind of recenter myself in the platform, I felt it. There's that certain position. And I stood here, I'm like, oh, that's it. That's where I need to be. Best rep all prep. Flew. Absolutely smoked it. I felt the leg drive go straight into the bar, straight overhead, no struggle whatsoever. And you can tell obviously you're going to watch, if you've made it this far, you've watched all 3 reps in a row. So it's very obvious how different they were. I don't even know what to say, because I'm just like, now I understand. I feel it. I felt that one. All prep, a little bit wide, has felt a little bit off. It hasn't been quite right, but I was like, maybe if I just get used to it, it'll be better. But I tried it all prep. I had a wider grip up here all prep. That right there was the narrowest I've been on everything, and it was the best feeling rep I've had all prep. So I got to do that. I have all the confidence in the world, which that could be scary. Don't want to be overconfident. You want to be confident, like, hey, you can do this, but also kind of realistic. And I'm not trying to, I'm trying to just win this event. I don't care what the weight ends up being. I just want to win maximum points on this event. This event and deadlift, I want to maximize points, avoid ties, because in a lineup of 16 guys, you tie with like 4 or 5 other people on a weight, your day is probably done for the most part. And I think there's going to be a bit of a what do you want to call it? A bit of a traffic jam on Axel, just because a lot of guys are probably in that low 3s range, a couple more in the mid 3s. I really don't know. I don't know everybody showing up, so I don't want to say, who knows? Someone could come in and press 400. If I have to, I'll try it, but we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on everybody else, see who hops in where, and kind of play the game a little bit. But also, I don't want to be overconfident. This is what I mean. If I'm overconfident and I jump in too heavy and I miss the clean, it's only 30 seconds. You don't get a full 60 seconds to try this. And I did miss a clean there. I missed on the second rep. I kind of got lazy. I just didn't do the cues I'm telling myself to do. And it wasn't bad. Like, I could have fought for it if I wanted to, but I didn't need to. It's not something I don't want to fight for that clean right now and risk injury or whatever. I want to be as clean and smooth, fast as possible for this. And the other 3 reps were that. So I'm very happy with that, especially that last rep. So I'm going to cut through some of my accessories here, just do them real quick. I don't have a whole lot. I just don't. At this point in prep, there isn't a whole lot. So it's going to be super light, quick stuff. And then I'm going to move on to the arm over arm, which I can't do what is on the program. It says to pull an actual vehicle. It just ain't going to happen. It's pouring rain, and I don't have any way of actually doing that, really. So, stupid fly. So I'm going to make this heavy enough to where it's going to be challenging, of course, but I want it to be light enough to where speed is a factor. Because from what I've seen, Zambonis, they don't completely roll. So, like, it's not, once I get it going, I still have to work for it. It might roll a little bit, slow down. I want to keep that thing rolling as good as possible. It's not going to be quite like a vehicle. It's going to have a little bit more traction, friction, whatever you want to call it. So it will roll a little bit, but not like a vehicle. So, like a regular vehicle. So I obviously don't have whatever. So I'm going to do some lighter-ish sled pulls to try to mimic the quick hands, quick resets, all that fun stuff. All right, that was pretty good. Starting to feel a little bit better. That second set there, it was much better, but it still wasn't perfect. And what I mean by that is, on the initial run-in to grab the rope, I want that to be a really big pull to get the thing rolling. So obviously this setup doesn't roll, but you get the idea. So, but you want that first pull to be everything you got to break the tension, break the friction, whatever you want to call it, but get that thing rolling. So I did a better job of it on the second attempt. Not great still, because I didn't have full tension on the rope whenever I sat down, so I kind of sat down then pulled. I'd like to be kind of leaning back and pushing into it as I want to be pulling it as I'm falling back, so I just didn't do that well. I just need to know I need to remember to grab further up on the rope, and make sure it's tight, then sit into that first pull. The speed, the transitions, the leg drive, the hands, all pretty good. I don't have much to complain about there, so work's almost done. Well, the work is mostly done at this point. It's just kind of staying moving at this point, so I'm very happy with that. I don't have much else to say because I'm content with how the last few training sessions have gone. So that's all I got. Only 3 days training this week, no secondary press day. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. So until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one.